Yeah, so, a lot of people say, well, the average person, I would say almost like go as far as to say like the world for the most part, lives their life comparing everything about themselves to others. It's like we live like in a relative state. Like, I have a tendency to say, like, when people say something is too slow or something is too fast, I have a tendency to say, man, but that's a relative idea. That's a personal idea. That's just the way you personally see it, right? And I mean, and that's the way we live, and we stay in a culture and a world uh, that cultivates, the individual, us, like measuring our lives, our success, the things we have, the things we don't have, the things we like, don't like, things that's good, that's bad, that's valuable, that's worthless. All of that is like, it's valued off of what something else out external. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything about us, everything about me is measured by something external. And the thing about the external things in life is that, I mean, it's all created, it's all constantly evolving, it's volatile, it's constantly, I mean, it's always doing something else. So that type of value system, or that way of measuring one's value, worth, and likes, and all of that, compatibility, so on and so forth, all of that is like, it's not stable, and I believe that's why a lot of us are so happy one minute, depressed one minute, faithful one minute, hopeless the next minute. I mean, it's just a part of it is human nature, because the physical aspect of us, created in this, from this world, naturally has a chemistry with the physical world. So it's natural to have this, but to live just that way is almost to live a primitive way, kind of like animals in the forest and in the wild. All all they do is eat. Only when they're hungry. They don't kill just to kill. They eat, or they kill to protect. They sleep, they rest, they reproduce. That's kind of like their life cycle. They don't do too much of nothing in excess. They don't sleep just to sleep. They don't have a lazy day. They just, their world is pretty ordered. Um, but us, on a physical level, when you look at it, we're almost like that, except I think our mental, which is our spiritual, our inner being, is what takes that physical to like an unbalanced place, an unmeasured place. Because again, it's always in comparison to something. When a person say you sleep too much, you don't sleep enough, you need to get enough rest, you don't work out enough, you don't. All of this stuff is compared to something. So it's like I'm doing good versus someone that's considered to be doing bad. I'm smart or intelligent versus, you know, all these other comparisons, right? And so, uh, I think that the answer, man, to life is just to be able to change first our vocabulary, the way we think. We have to change up the way we consider, the way we express, explain. Like, instead of me saying I work out a lot, I say, I work out about 5 days a week. I work out like 20 hours. I read about 2 hours a day. I can't, if I say I read a lot. I don't know how to read it all. When you ever ask them, like, well, how many hours out of a week you read? Well, they probably read close to the same amount of hours a week, And so it's like it's just everything is so relative. So to get more accurate with our, more responsible, more accountable with our speech, our terminology, man, people just don't understand how important terminology is. It's words have a life of their own. We wanna like don't add no significance. You looking too deep. You thinking too deep about word. Man, words creation. Everything in creation has a spirit and life of its own. And so when you use certain terminology and word, it comes from a place, but it's taught that words travel about 24 billion miles per second. Is it no thought? I'm sorry, thought. So as soon as you thought it, it's like that thought is like boom. And just imagine 2 seconds. I don't know how big the globe is right now, but it might have been a one around the earth already. But anyway, it's just, I guess my point is I'm trying to make is that you're searching for happiness and searching for peace and searching for like true happiness. It has to become more personal, not selfish, but it has to be personal, where it's not measured by no one. I'm not measuring you. I'm not judging you. It's nothing about no one. It's all about me. But we have to really understand the seriousness of how we say things, how we communicate things, because everything we say to someone, it is a reinforcement of a subconscious programming about that same idea. And I just, it's just, man, this can go on and on and on.